Grade 10 Academic English is an extremely important class which shapes the futures of students. It helps to extend the range of oral communication, reading, writing, and media literacy skills that students need for success in their secondary school academic programs and in their daily lives. That's why, for the future academic success of students, it is imperative that the Chrysalids by John Wyndham be taught in schools.
Okay.
First of all, there is a great deal of conflict in the Chrysalids. David Storm, the protagonist, has a genetic mutation that allows him to telepathically communicate with others who have the same mutation as him, and this makes him a danger to his current society. This creates sorrow and pity for David, which draws readers in and makes them want him to get away to a place where he can be accepted. In today's world, people are discriminated because they are different. People are forced to hide their differences instead of sharing their gifts with the world. From reading the Chrysalids, students can learn that no one should be treated unfairly because they are different. We are all people and deserve to be treated equally. This will help to create a better world. The Chrysalids may be the inspiration for students to stop discrimination and create more equality and better human rights in the future. Secondly, there is a lot of allusions in the Chrysalids. The Bible is often mentioned by names, but is also alluded to the actions and the customs of the people in Walkman. Elias Storm, the grandfather of David, parallels the story of Abraham in the Old Testament. He left his homeland and started a society in a foreign land. Also, the purification process for the animals that are born with genetic mutation alludes to the sacrificing of the lambs done in the Old Testament as a way of pleasing God. By being able to relate the book to events from the Bible, which are familiar to students, helps to make the book easier to understand. It teaches students a lesson. Not everything from the Bible is meant to be taken literally. It also shows us that simple, pure things can be alluded into other unholy things. Finally, the use of foreshadowing in the Chrysalids is excellent. In order to create suspense for his readers, John Wyndham, the author, often hints at where the story is going, while at the same time doesn't give away what is going to happen. What if he didn't use foreshadowing well enough? Would it still draw readers in, or would they think that the book is just about some boring society? A great example of foreshadowing is when David dreams of a beautiful city by the sea. David tells the readers that the dream is especially odd because he had the dream even before he knew what a city was. The dream foreshadows David's eventual escape from the Walkman society to the city where the Sealand woman takes him. Another example is when David dreams of his father slaughtering Sophie. David is familiar with his father killing any deviant animals, so the idea of his father killing creatures with too much genetic variation is not unusual to David. Sophie is a deviant because she has 6 toes. David dreams that his father knows this and slaughters Sophie in front of the people. This foreshadows the horrifying consequences that Sophie would have to face if she was discovered, and the trouble that her parents would be in for concealing a blasphemy. In addition, the birth of Petra is another example of foreshadowing. David says, "She looked so pink and wrinkled that I did not see how the inspector could have been quite sure about her. However, there was nothing obviously wrong with her, so she had got her certificate. Nobody could blame the inspector for that. She did appear to be as normal as a newborn baby ever looks." Wyndham 68. This foreshadows that Petra is not normal and that she has the same genetic mutation that David has. The many examples of foreshadowing allow and help the readers to have a better understanding of how to use foreshadowing. This will overall help them to become better writers. So there you have it. The excellent use of conflict, allusions, and foreshadowing makes the Chrysalids an amazing book that should be taught in schools for the future academic success of students. Without it, success might perish.